Tuesday is kind of say, well, wow, do I have the strength to make it through? Let me tell you something. All of us struggle sometimes about being weak in the flesh. Matter of fact, Paul wrote about it in 2 Corinthians 12. It says, and lest I should be exalted above measure by the abundance of the revelation, a thorn in the flesh has given to me, a messenger of Satan, that buffets me, lest I be exalted above measure. Concerning this thing, I plead with the Lord 3 times that it might depart from me. And he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Therefore, most gladly, I will rather boast in my infirmity, that the power of Christ may rest upon us. It seems like sometimes we all have trouble during the day of getting things done. A little illustration called weak preaching that I came across. Thought I'd share it with you. It says, once when he was preaching at the University of Sydney in Australia, John Stott, who was a very popular evangelist, a writer of several commentaries, lost his voice. He says, what can you do with a missionary who has no voice? He had come to the last night of the evangelistic campaign. The students had booked the big university hall. A group of students gathered around me, and I asked them to pray as Paul did, that this thorn in the flesh might be taken from me. But we went on to pray that if it pleased God to keep me in the weakness, I would rejoice in my infirmities in order that the power of Christ might rest upon me. As it turned out, I had to get within 1 inch of the microphone just to croak the gospel. I was unable to use the inflection of voice to express my personality. It was just a croak in a monotone, and all the time we were crying to God that his power would be demonstrated in human weakness. Well, I can honestly say that there was a far greater response that night than any other night. I've been to Australia 10 times now, and on every occasion someone has come up to me and said, do you remember that night when you lost your voice? I was converted that night. Sometimes we don't know what God can do in our weakness. Therefore, we need to trust the Lord in whatever state we might be in, even in our times of infirmity and weakness. God can use us. God bless you. Have a great day today.